The main thing with SEO is that each page should rank on one term, should mainly go after one term, and then all the things that are related to that term. So today we're talking about one of my favorite topics, SEO, and improving the website. So we can, oh, there's Mr. Will here too.
Hey everyone.
Hey, Will. And you get to see me too.
Woo!
Look at that light back there. Right. Okay. So there's so many cool things that we can do with AI to improve the content here. Our favorite thing to do is to first look at the top pages and the keywords that we're ranking on. Because otherwise there's so many pages that we could look at that, you want to prioritize. So have you guys used any of these SEO tools before?
Very little.
Okay, cool.
But
So just stop me if any of this is weird technical babble. So what we like to do is look at things, and unless there's certain keywords you really want to go after, but generally the best approach is look at where we are in striking distance, as in like on the first page, but not in the first 3 positions, and then improve those pieces. Because of 16,000 keywords, you could make, years worth of work. So how do we decide, how to prioritize? So we can see like this is pretty good. Volleyball serving drills, 900 a month. We're looking at it. Keyword difficulty of 2, so very easy. And the site has got a domain rating of 57. So that's pretty good. That's strong. So we can go against medium competitive terms, no problem. So all these things that are green, we could crush if we wanted to. And you can see we have 143 of the 900 because we've moved up from position 3 to position 2. And this was just 5 days ago.
how did you get to the screen you're on right now?
This is a tool. It's a plugin called Ahrefs. And there's lots of these SEO plugins.
Okay.
So this is just our way of doing diagnostics, because then we could say, well, we're ranking position 2 on volleyball serving drills, and we're showing up in videos and this new thing that's come out, discussion and forums, which is a new Google release, which is like their social network kind of embedded in search results. You probably have started to see that. So if we want to see what it looks like in the search results, it looks like this. So stack.com's ahead of us, and then we're showing up here, and then there's these other guys. So we could, I just like looking at it. For some reason, people don't like to do this, but I like to actually do the searches. And you see here, there's a generative AI answer. This will soon be the dominant search result, which is AI, of course. So if we use AI to feed the AI, then we could, our robot will beat their robot kind of thing. So you can see here, these panels here, there's ours. And then there's these 2 other guys, right? And these are all called knowledge panels. These cards or these little boxes here, right? Video, other people's videos. And then you see regular search results. Number 1, that's them. And then we're number 2 here. So we really want to dominate this other stuff here, because the generative search results and all these boxes, as we saw last time, are going to be ahead of all these regular search results down here. And so what's starting to happen is a lot of websites are, from what they believe, looking at their analytics, that they're losing traffic. But they're not. People are not going to the website. They're seeing it from here, or they're seeing these answers here, right? So Bree, you're in charge of SEO, or just kind of you're in charge of the content?
I'm in charge of the content on our website, and
Okay.
I'm not the only one that edits our website, but I'm the one that adds new content, I guess, when it comes to the education that we have,
Okay.
like serving drills article.
Okay. So this one here, we can see that it ranks on 279 keywords, just this page alone. And then total, we have the 14,000. And this is a toolbar plugin I was showing you before, the same one. It shows it in the search results. It shows it, as we're browsing the pages. And the toolbar data is a little bit out of date. So if we look at this 279, it'll maybe be like 310 or something like that. 311, I was close. So see, I think if you do it enough times, you kind of like get a sense of what the thing has. So this page is good because it ranks, these are all super low keyword difficulty, right? So we can just, any of these ones you want, we can just basically own if we wanted to. And we pretty much do. Like we're mostly, I mean, you can see like these red ones where, we lose a position or two, we gain a position or two. This is normal. This is like stock prices going up and down, right? It's not like,
Mhm.
oh, we lost 2 positions. We lost 8 positions here on how to serve a volleyball. Like there's no need to freak out, right? It's just things bounce up and down, right? But if I see this one, this went from 12 to 20, how to serve a volleyball. And there's 5,400 people a month looking for that. That's a lot. And we're getting 2 because we're in position 20, which is, I wouldn't even think we get that many. Position 20 is like way down,
Mhm.
especially because there's all the AI search results, then the regular search results all the way down to 20. So this one page, this is just off of this one page here. See, serving drills, proper train, eliminate bad habits. So this one page is carrying the weight of these 300 keywords. So we kind of want to, separate out each of these, like the whole. So if volleyball serving drills is the main thing we're going after, then things that are related to that, like serving drills for beginners or serving drills overhead or serving drills this and serving drills that, then it makes sense that we'd rank on a lot of these because if we rank on the main term, then we can rank on all these related ones, right? Okay. So this is where the AI part comes in. So you have the video here, which is what's showing up as a SERP feature and then helping us rank in the regular search results. A couple of these videos. And this one is going mainly after bad habits. Bad by see so Google's reinterpreting that as volleyball training drills. And what's surprising to me is that, and this is what you guys will like this. There's actually not much here, right? There's a couple videos, but this doesn't even count. This is the actual article. Okay, so word counter. All right, how many words is this? Like 1,888. Okay, so we could use the AI. You guys are cool at ChatGPT, and you have the $20 paid version, right?
Were we supposed to get the paid one?
It's better. I mean, it's a little
I don't
faster.
think I have that yet.
Yeah, for 20, maybe it's, get the approval. I think everyone should pay the $20, whether it's, you get JVA to pay for it or you pay for it. I think it's like I probably talk to this thing 50 times a day. Like I
Mhm.
literally will talk to it. I'll chat with it and okay. So
Mhm.
friends, I always say friends because if you tell it that you're friends with these other people, don't say like it's a client or here's a homework assignment. Like don't do that. But if you make it sound like it's important to you, then the AI will work harder. Did you know
Mm,
that?
interesting.
It's real like, and at the end you say, I really need this. This is really important to me. Or you say, please, the AI will, the tests have shown will work 11% harder. So it's worth it to be. So don't be rude to the thing, even though technically it's not a human, right? Run JV volleyball. I'm going to. So this is the thing I want you to understand about AI. It's not some technical thing. Like watch what I'm because what I'm going to do here, I want you guys to do to the other pages. Okay. So on JV volleyball, I'm going to paste in the text of one of their top ranking pages. Could you tell me what other questions folks are asking, and also go ahead and modify the text to help us answer them better. And then no one's proven this, but I think it's true. Don't be afraid to be harsh since we really want to improve the content and rank better on SEO. I'm also going to paste in the SEO analytics for you. So I like things like for you. I'm trying to make it sound like we're friends, like JV Volleyball and me, they're friends of mine. ChatGPT is a good friend of mine. And so when we do that, it sounds weird to be like, there's like this psychological manipulation, but you have to understand, like I've done this enough times, like when you kind of make it seem like you're friends with it, it just is nicer to you. Does that make any sense or is that weird?
It is. This is also weird, but I mean,
But you
I'm
see
going
like
with
what I'm saying though,
it.
right?
Yeah, I do. I do.
And like when I was doing this a year and a half ago, I was just saying, here's the text, optimize it for SEO. and I need it now, or whatever it is, and then it would do an okay job, right? But when you're a little nicer, like you see all these, I'm trying to explain the thinking behind how I'm talking to it. It'll just give you a better answer. So just watch as we go through. You're going to find the answers that it gives us here is better than the answers that all the other people are getting because you can tell when people are using ChatGPT and they're not using it correctly. The kind of content it produces, it looks a certain way, right?
Mhm.
Like, it looks like the robot wrote it. Okay. I'm also going to paste in SEO analytics for you. And then at the end of each of these, you should, and anytime you have a prompt, I should just have I haven't created a keyboard shortcut for it, but I should. But anything you need from me to so you can do a better job, just let me know. And then the last thing, I've tried this too, and this also has the AI work harder. Every one of these things I'm doing causes the AI to work harder for us. And also it not removes, but just like lessens the guardrails, what they call the old church lady who like doesn't want to this is not a topic where it potentially was like, no, that could potentially be harmful to other people, so I'm not going to answer that, like that kind of thing. But there's some level of inhibition that's built in there to some degree. Also, I'd love to tip you $100 for doing a great job if I like it. Another way to do this, I find this is a little bit more effective than the other way, which is I'm going to rate your output on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being amazing. So do the best job you can, right? You see, that's like the same thing psychologically, right? Okay, so there's the text. And then I'm going to take the SEO data. And by the way, things like this, where these tools all are integrating AI into them. So right now, we're just doing some very simple stuff. Look, I'm even copying all this nonsense and formatting. I'm not even going to try to be all nice about trying to make it format. I just copy the whole thing because I know the AI can do it, right? And then I'll say, here are the guys. I don't even need to do this, but just for me, like I like to do that. Okay. So there. Okay. So there's everything I've done here so far. Like, do you feel good about that? You can do that too.
Yeah, what was that double line? Is that
Oh,
necessary?
that's
Forward slash?
it's an old programmer habit. So when you
Uh,
write code, a slash slash means we're separating out a comment from the next
mhm.
section. You don't have to do that. I've written enough code that it's a habit. Okay. All right. So there we go. There it is. All that stuff we pasted in. Well, there's a lot here. Let's go to the bottom. It's crazy how fast it is. Look, we'll just read it together. Volleyball survey drills, all this fun. Volleyball drills, volleyball concussion. Okay. Tournament related terms. Okay. That's interesting. The recommendation on the headline.
Mhm.
They're actually writing it more for copy. Essential volleyball serving drills, master technique, and break bad habits. Wow. I kind of like that. What do you think?
So instead of eliminate, they say break.
Break
No
bad habits.
names.
Break bad habits sounds, it's just stronger sounding. And then they've written it from a copywriting standpoint. They, as in this machine, master technique. Yeah, by adding the master technique, it's like, yeah, I want to get better. I don't want to just eliminate bad habits. I actually want to get better, are the same thing, obviously, but they're saying train proper technique. Okay. We'll think about that.
So
Oh,
Dennis, I put like 1 to 2 posts in WordPress a week.
okay.
So like I have one right now I'm going to get to after a call, and it's about risk management solutions. So
Okay.
I guess this is great. Like we're editing one that's already successful, but I'm thinking ahead of like, okay, what
Yeah.
about things like
Let's
the
take
new
anyone you
one?
want.
And how do I
Yeah. How do we get to that?
have it in a Google Doc?
Okay.
So
You want to share your screen?
sure.
And then you can drive.
Okay. Okay. Where is it? Hold on, I gotta find it. Okay.
All right.
So here's the article.
Okay.
There's the title.
Risk management solutions, the crucial responsibility of supervision and emergency planning volleyball. So we can ask ChatGPT, hey, we could, paste it in and do what we just said, which I
Mhm.
want to see you do. But I think I'm probably wrong because the AI just seems to, it's like beat me at chess every time. I think that if we can say volleyball earlier, the more
Mhm.
important, because we need to show that it's for volleyball. But site is so strong. I don't think there's a lot of coaches and volleyball teams that are looking for risk management. I don't think it's super competitive. But
Right.
you know,
And that brings me to another point. Like
yeah.
our members are the club directors, and we have almost 1,500 clubs, and we want to get another, let's say, 500 in the next year. We want the club directors and the club leaders. So that's like a smaller demographic.
Well, we could look at the Google
Talking
Analytics
about
and see if that.
beefing up our education. Like it said, we need more coaching technique education, but like that's not our specialty. We just do it.
So there's a difference between what people are searching for
Yeah. Yeah.
versus
Our
helping
popular
coaches.
articles, the tournaments because parents, and like serving because everybody signs up for serving. That's like, it's like pitching in baseball. Like you have to be able to serve.
Right. Okay.
And yeah, so like,
But
but
you want to
that's
reach the coaches
not
and get them to sign up is what
like
you're
at
saying.
the end of the day, like I don't care if I shouldn't say I don't care, but like that's not why I do education for JVA. Like I do it for our club management because nobody else out there is doing volleyball club management like we are. That's our niche. Like that's what people join JVA for.
Can we look in the analytics to see how many
Yeah.
people, like this whole thing on, how do you serve a volleyball better? Sure, that's probably like 99% random people that want to serve better, and it's nothing to do with or anyone that would join
Right.
ABA, right? It's what you're saying.
Yeah, which is like, yeah, we're putting out that content because we want our members that are coaches to have that content fed to them. And then that helps them with training their kids. But
So if we have our tracking set up properly and we see where these coaches are signing up,
do you
and
want to share?
yeah, go to analytics.google.com.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then let's see where of the coaches that provided the tracking set up properly, which some may or may not be. Let's just see. Okay. And under the little home thing, click on the charts to get the reports. Yeah. And let's go to they moved it.
Yeah,
Conversion events. Yeah, events. And let's see what events we have. Okay. Oh, we don't have anything. You haven't configured this thing to,
pages.
well, this is just going to show all this top pages that people have seen, which is interesting. Okay.
So I need to configure something.
Yeah, we got to configure. Wait, there's nothing under conversions, right? Was there?
Right. Yeah, I've never used that.
Okay. So we need to back up one step and configure your digital plumbing, which is a fancy way of just saying, let's make sure we're in alignment with your business goal, which is for club management, you're trying to grow another 500 members on top of the 1,500, right? Because they paid you.
Right.
And if they don't pay dues, then if you have a ton of people learning how to play volleyball and none of them are actual coaches and whatnot, then actually it's driving up your server costs and not getting more membership dollars. So that's probably not, even though it's like more traffic, which is the point you're making.
Yeah.
But I think, we'll let the data prove it. I think that some proportion of the people that are looking at this general, how do you play volleyball better content, some portion of our coaches, because coaches, they want to learn and whatever. We don't know what that proportion is because we don't have the segmentation or the tracking here to determine that. So, actually, wait, do you have any sort of conversion tracking at all, like under monetization or?
No, I don't think so. I've never used that.
There's nothing here. Okay, well, yeah, you raise a good point because then if we optimize, we get way more content. We don't know if it's actually driving the important goal.
Correct. And another point, I mean, this is all kind of getting on a rabbit hole, but like some of our memberships come from our partner and they send us the members. Now, most of them are through us, but like,
right.
Yeah, it's because we have a dual partnership with ABCA. So
right. Okay.
It's never been like, we've always been trending in a good direction, I should say, but who knows, like maybe.
But then you're in charge of putting out all this content and that's your main role, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But wouldn't it be important for you to be able to measure the effectiveness of your job?
Yeah. And so like I look at when I send emails, our open rate and our click rate and what they're opening. So I see like what people care about and what they don't care about.
But imagine we just set up some tracking here on this website where we could see of the people that sign up for the email, of the coaches that join, what articles they came from. I mean, we don't see the data here, but I would just have to think that coaches don't just come to the website and sign up. I mean, they know about it. They've, been using it for a bit. And then at some point they decide to sign up, right?
Right.
because they want to manage their club better and run it like more like a business instead of this haphazard thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you can't tell because that tracking's not set up here.
Yeah, I have no idea how to do it, and our developers are busy fixing things with our website.
Great. So we can actually set that up
Okay.
as you're on GA4 now, and it's WordPress, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, so it's easy. So you don't have to bother the developers here. Because I know that whole game of
Yes.
trying to prioritize limited resources and, that's just, I don't like playing that game. So, and plus what we're doing is not that hard to do. So what
Okay.
I'd like to do is, let me give you a link. I want to set up a 30-minute meeting this is kind of out of scope for what our AI training engagement is, but if we don't set the tracking up, we have no idea of measuring whether our stuff's
Right.
working. So we're not going to charge you extra. We're just going to do it. Okay.
Thanks. Okay.
So because I don't want to go through that whole, approval kind of thing again. Okay. So okay, this is a link to Daniel, and he is our digital plumbing guy. He's been working
Okay.
for us he's actually the lead. He wrote the guide and all that. He's been with us for like 9 years. So there, I put that into the chat and then just book a time with him and we'll send him this recording so he understands that the goals, content, and targeting it's for club management, not just like more volleyball traffic. And
Okay.
then he'll help you, make sure you're logged into WordPress and you have admin. And then he'll set up the tracking inside your Google Analytics. So we can go to the page and can you go to the sign up page or where they
On our website?
Yeah. Oh, you're using another builder. Okay, that's cool. There's so many plugins. Just so that we can see. There's a couple other things that we could do, even though aren't tracking this. Join JVA now. That button there. Okay. And then that goes to the membership levels. Okay. What do most people do?
Okay, so I'm logged in. I'm already a member. So you see update sponsored sheet seats, but maybe I should sign out.
Okay.
So you see what it is to somebody.
Okay. Have you done this kind of landing page optimization? Just like when in e-commerce where you have like the good, better, best or the upsells or things like that, because this is a money page, right?
Mm-hmm.
Optimizing this page is probably more valuable than any other page on the website, right?
Yeah, I mean, the main thing we want is them to join as a club director.
Okay.
And then from there, it's okay, yeah, get your coaches for only $10 a coach.
Of these coaches, how many of them already have friends that are running clubs that are members? Pretty much all of them because of these tournaments,
Someone
right?
that joins?
Yeah, they already know about JVA and
Yeah.
at least tournaments and like X% of these other club directors are members too.
Oh, yeah. I would say
If you were just to guess a number, a percentage.
of a club director's acquaintances.
Yeah, that already are members of JV and how important that factors into them deciding that this is, what causes, let me reword it. What do you think causes people to come here?
They're playing one of our tournaments. They want to save on an entry fee, or they want the education,
Okay.
or
Which of
they're
those longer do you think?
hosting their own tournaments and they want to use our insurance because it's really
Okay.
those
Oh,
like
so the sort of the legal liability, because the angle to do insurance is different.
yeah, like we're pretty
Scaring them,
and
you
we're
need to
pretty
have
easy
that.
to work with. So there's like kind of four thing. I mean, there's very little loopholes and turnaround time working with
Okay.
us on our end with insurance. But yeah, I would say insurance, they host their own programs and tournaments. So that's one.
Okay.
Education resources is two. And then three would be they're playing in our events.
So then the easy thing from an SEO, there's some easy things like anyone who's searching on how to host your own tournament. I mean, that's right on.
Yeah.
Okay. So we could work on those pages and have the AI. So what we're talking
Yeah.
about here,
We have a run a tournament page. We
okay,
have like that.
we can go improve that.
Okay. You want me to get there?
It's one of the things. So the whole prioritization and tracking that we're talking about here is actually more important than how to use the AI to improve the page, right?
Yeah.
That's weird because every time we come in, because all these people have asked us to help us with their, AI, like as you saw, but it's always these other fundamentals that come first. So like
Yeah.
knowing how to use the AI, like I was showing you, is like secondary to deciding which button to press, basically. Like of all the pages we could be. Okay.
I'm trying to get to the run. So run a high quality event.
Okay. But that's not on its own. Okay, wait, there it is. Run a tournament. Okay. Here's your step-by-step guide to run. All right, let's look at it from, let me try sharing from my screen because I have the SEO stats. And so Bree, do you want access to these tools? It costs us a little bit of money, but we're happy to give you access. That way you can see this. It's just so much nicer when you can see as we're going. Or I can just do it right now. It's up to you.
Well, do I want access? Then what's the barrier?
To the SEO tools?
Yeah. Just paying?
Yeah,
Is
just it's like $30 a month per person.
I don't know. I have to like run that through the
Okay.
chain.
All right. Well, if they say yes,
I want to make sure if I get something, I'm going to use it. And right now, I'm like, it's a
well, here,
little.
why don't I use it and then I will
Should I
hit.
stop sharing?
Yeah. I think if I do, yeah, here we go.
Okay.
So
Let me see if my video will work now. I don't know why it's not.
yeah, it's
There
good.
we go.
And oh no, we're saying tournament, volleyball tournament. Okay, we'll go back to tournament. Okay. And there's the thing to host a tournament, your own tournament. Okay.
Mhm.
Tournament. All right. All right. Oh, okay. So this thing doesn't rank on many keywords at all. So if this is you told us this is one of the four main reasons people come. And
Mhm.
the funny thing is that even off of a powerful page, tournaments, like obviously tournaments is going to do well because, they have to come here to figure out when the tournaments
Can
are.
you check our insurance page?
Yeah.
That's under membership insurance program.
Oh yeah, there's very little going on here. But then again,
Mhm.
there's not that many people searching for the insurance too, versus like how do you do a jump serve or something,
Yeah.
which is fine. But look, your site has a 57, which is great. But this page has only a 9. And every 10 points is basically an order of magnitude. So it's
Mhm.
not like, this it's not like this one's 1/6 the value. It's like 1/10,000th, or 100,000th of the value. Because it's a Richter scale, right? So like to go from a 57 to drop from a 57 to a 47 is not a little bit. It's a tenfold, right?
Mhm.
This number here is a logarithmic measure of power. So this 9 is way smaller than it would appear. It's really small.
Okay.
And that's because there's only 13 referring pages to it. So if this insurance or host a tournament or some of the other things that we talked about, like how do you manage the finances, are important, then Google thinks, well, you're going to link to it
Yeah.
then if it's important. So let's look at where we're linking to. And I think, Bree, this is important for you because if you're putting out the content, you kind of have to know where, because you have so much content out there, where are the different places that we can link? And there's a lot of links from other people, which is great, that are linking to us. And these guys have some power. This is actually this is a good one. 60. This is from a 69, advanced event systems linking to us. JavaScript, but okay, fine. This one's a 0, so it doesn't matter. Somebody's random blog or whatever. Okay. This one's like not really power, and this one has no power. VC Volleyball. VC, what is that? Risk Management Solutions Essential Documentation. That's cool. I mean, this is good that they're linking here, but there's
Hmm.
no juice for them to pass. You see what I'm saying? So I'm
Did
kind
they
of
steal our article? Is that what that is?
shoot, maybe they
That's
did.
by me, though. It says by me.
It's on, well, let's see. Maybe they did steal it. Let's see. Look at
It's
oh,
beautiful.
this
What
looks
is?
like a scrape site.
Oh,
Yeah, this is a scrape site. Yeah, okay.
okay.
See, Google knows it. Google knows it's a scrape site because they just put zeros against all of it because it's not gonna, why would it rank a scrape site when we're the actual source of the content, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we can ignore this one.
Okay.
An advanced event system. This is like,
Yeah, that's the tournament registration platform that we use. Like most volleyball events use that.
yeah,
And that's
okay.
one
This
of
this this,
our.
this software to manage events, or this ranks on a lot of keywords, got a lot of power. It's 10 times more powerful than you are. But this
If we
page doesn't
had,
carry any weight. So they're not passing any juice. The site's got a lot of power, but they're not linking to it, so it doesn't pass juice. So that's why there's no power on, very little power on this page. So it ranks on these keywords. Let's see.
Katie, was that you?
Yeah, I was just gonna say if we had the clubs that do host tournaments through us, every single one of those clubs linked to that page.
They do?
if they did. Like if we just sent them
yeah, that'd be a huge, that
link.
would help us out so much. Okay,
Okay.
so this page ranks on these keywords. So when we go to the actual tool here, so now we're actually using this SEO tool, it gives us the actual data, and this is close to real time. It's like maybe a few hours behind. It's going to have more accurate data than the toolbar. I told them about this last week at the conference. Like, how come I come here and it says there's 37 in the toolbar, but then I come here and it says, oh, just kidding, there's actually 55. And they said it's because the database is not updated for the toolbar as opposed to when you actually use the tool like we're in here. But it's just nicer when I don't want to have to click over here. I just love to just look at the stats while we are looking at the site. But if you want more data, you have to look at it this way. So volleyball insurance, what's Baller TV cost? What does that have to do with this?
Oh yeah, that's our live stream.
So you lost it. So they debuted you. So what Google will does is they'll audition you. Volleyball coverage, basketball insurance. They're not really sure what this page is about at first. And then they'll just like put it out there. And then if they find it doesn't seem to, people don't click on it, then they just say, well, whoops, that's not it. And
Okay.
you'll see Google's not as smart as people say, because like, why would they do this thing for basketball insurance? It's not even the same thing.
Right.
So Google's just kind of guessing, but it has so much data. The Google has so many users that they can see what people are clicking on. So volleyball insurance, they said, well, this seems to work. I mean, these 20 users seem to be having a good experience. So like, okay, they probably should be in 4, but here's these 3 guys that are above us, right? And then sports club insurance, that's too broad. So of these people, I don't know what percentage are actually volleyball. They're like, no, that's not actually good.
Mhm.
So we wouldn't even want to rank on this anyway. It's not specific enough. So they're doing the same thing. They're like, oh, well, maybe this will work. I think this will, they put us at position 44. I think if we check in a week or 2 from now, they're gonna like, nope, I don't think it's gonna look like this. Nope, I don't think so.
Okay.
So volleyball, let's see, running a club insurance. See, these are all just volleyball cases. No. Cover volleyball, like what? Volleyball purchase? What? So they showed us in position 82 and they're like, nah, that's not really relevant. We're not going to show them anymore for people that are trying to purchase volleyballs. How much is to play volleyball?
At Glen Pike.
Okay, so
Okay.
the main thing is volleyball insurance. Okay. So let's see who the other guys are. I think it's good just to do it now. I mean, even though you're like busy writing content and coordinating, I think it's important to evaluate the content and just to see how we're doing against these other guys, because we want to win, right? I mean, that's great that you're putting out all the training and education, but I want to make sure this thing's actually winning. All right. So,
Okay.
all right, these guys. Why do these guys beat us? Volleyball insurance. Get a quick code.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
But they beat us. So I kind of want to see what they're doing.
I don't think we have anything that says volleyball insurance in our.
Oh, well, that would be important.
Yeah.
All right. So insurance program.
Like it says insurance for volleyball, but not volleyball insurance.
Well, that's close enough. Google will know. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, okay. Now I want to rank on volleyball insurance, and I'm going to paste in the text. For context, these are club directors, right? Who believe it's necessary to have insurance when they host a tournament, right? I'll paste in the SEO stats too. Please help me. Please help me rank higher so we can serve. You always got to give it a reason so we can serve more club directors. Okay. So there's the text. Then there's the SEO stats, manage your club insurance. Okay. Copy. Do you know how much time I spend copying and pasting? It's ridiculous. Like, really? This guy's like so sophisticated. He just copy pastes all day. It's like cheating in school.
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't it weird? Like you would think like I'm supposed to be the expert helping you guys, right? I'm just copy pasting because the machine knows everything. It's ridiculous how much the machine knows. It's like I feel like we're in a scene in some sci-fi movie, but it's real. It's not going to eliminate our jobs, Bree, but use it. We got to use the thing to make us more effective. It's a weird psychological way to think about it. I'm not
Yeah.
afraid of the robot, by the way. The robot is my friend. It's doing my job for me, basically. I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel
I-
like you have to believe the robot's not your enemy in order it knows like by the way you talk to it.
Yeah, very weird. Yeah. Maybe in like few years, this is just going to be the norm, right?
Well, it's going to be built into all these other tools, and then you're going to be able to just talk to it like we're talking. Right now, we have to paste things in. I mean, we can kind of talk to it, but then like we're like a year away from not even that, from just like talking to it, and then it'll just go ahead and act on the website without us having to paste the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Wild.
Okay. Corporate high value keywords. Volleyball club insurance, of course. Volleyball player insurance. Okay, yeah, we didn't do that. All right, that's. Oh, and I forgot to also say, I should have set up here for any recommendation that you make, just go ahead and tell me why. Please explain your logic. It went ahead and did that, probably because I've asked it enough times. Like it knows, like, okay, well, then it's going to ask, please explain why you want to do that. Because you can challenge the thing. Like if it says, hey, you should do this, you'll say why, right? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So now go ahead and fix it, please. Yeah, there's no backlinks on the thing, as we saw. We can link to it from other pages here. No, this is not the one. This one. Yeah. So did we give you Link Whisper?
No.
Okay. So this is another follow-up item. We want to give you Link Whisper and then Rank Math as two plugins. We paid thousands of dollars for these, but we bought the all you can eat so we can apply it to as many sites as we want. So Rank Math and Link Whisper. Will, can you just note that?
Yeah.
And copy Hezekiah. And I'll show you if I think this go to like this one. I'll show you what it does. WP admin. This is another AI tool. Like everything we have has AI in it. WP admin.
What was the other one? Link Whisper and what
Rank
else?
Math.
Rank Math.
Rank Math. Yeah. Okay. So you understand like how plugins work on WordPress, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's going on this site? Don't do auto linking, by the way. AI is not smart enough to do that.
Okay.
So there's 866 blog posts here. And what I'm saying, because it's all AI powered now, like every one of these tools is doing this one. So here's one. Here's an article, Authenticity in Action. This is the most recent one. How genuine content drives social media success. Okay. It has no links to it. So this site, Blitzmetrics, has a DR62. It's actually more powerful than yours, surprisingly. It's because we have media. Every time like something happens in the media and then they link to us, we're getting like a DR80 something link. That's why. So then if I want to get, this thing's got no links. Well, what a horrible, so that's why it's probably not getting as much traffic as it could, because Google sees, like when you link to your own stuff, if you take some of this DR57 from other pages, well, the site has a 57, but from the juice from other pages, like this page has a 9, and you link your past, you can distribute that juice to whatever pages are the most important to you. Does that make sense? That's like the main thing in SEO that people don't seem to realize. They think it's like writing content, and it's not. It's passing juice.
Yeah.
So if we come here and we say, okay, this one, if for some reason, oh, this one, franchise opportunities. Actually, we do a lot of stuff with franchises. So I want to add more links. So what the AI is doing, this is really cool, is it's looking across all of the content on the site. And there's no way I could do that as a human because there's a lot, right? And it's saying, well, where from these other pages of all the other blog posts, where inside them do I mention franchise, or is there something topically related to franchise that plugins may be able to see? Okay. So it's saying, okay, hey, you wrote this one on Will Troop. Hey, Will, explore opportunities. Like, no, that's not relevant. I'm not going to take that one because, even the AIs don't get it. Like here, I'm trying to get more juice to this page. Explore the best franchise opportunities. So it saw that we used the word explore opportunities. So this is where the AI doesn't quite understand yet, right? Because what it's trying to say is, oh, they're saying explore opportunity because explore an opportunity is up here. So it's like, oh, explore opportunity. Like this is a different kind of explore opportunity. This is like open a smoothie bar, open a McDonald's or a Chick-fil-A. This is become a digital market. It's a different, because see how the AI is making a recommendation that's not actually relevant. So what most people do when they use this tool is they're just lazy, and the thing will give a whole bunch of suggestions. It'll be like, okay, I'll take all of them. And then when you click add links, it automatically adds the links for you in the places where it's suggested. But I think that's lazy and the AI is not good enough. Maybe in a year from now, it's good. But right now you can see like it hasn't learned yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we'll take like a third of the things that it suggests. So let's do another one. This one, authenticity in action. Okay. Using real content in your social media. I think this is a short post anyway. So there's not going to be a lot of things to link on. But we've talked a lot about social media and creating content. So we're known for that. So there's going to be a lot of places we could link to this article. And you can see it's, basically looking through all the content we have. And then there's an AI thing. And we could also search the keyword we want to, right? So if we want to add in membership, volleyball, coaching, insurance, like all these things here, you can see where we've set it. So this is actually relevant. Social media. Yeah, this is good. What is social? Okay, yeah. So this, you can see like from this whole post on what a social media professor does, there's one section on social media is more than just because it's driving engagement conversions. Like, okay, yeah, that you can see how that's relevant. Like, I wouldn't even remember that I wrote this article like 10 years ago, right? But it found that the one part of this one article that could link to one of these new articles, right? So, Bree, this could be part of your process every time you publish a new post, like this one you have in draft on Google Docs. Once it goes live, like I'm sure you have a good memory, but you're not going to have a better memory than the machine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you say, okay, cool. I'm publishing it. And you're basically saying, can you just look across all the other posts on the website and figure out like where, yeah, okay, this is actually relevant. Like, yeah, social media for years. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I mean, it's linking on social media ROI. Okay, that's related. That's good enough. Yeah. All right. So anyway, there's a lot of them. Oh,
So
so
Link Whisper would help with looking at our website.
it would look at the website and make suggestions on where we can
Okay.
link together because you see like, these guys don't even have a fav icon. See the little globe thing?
Mm-hmm.
Their website's broken. So any page that's important to us, we want to get more links to it.
Yeah.
And here's the links that we have. And there's not even any internal links on this thing. Are there? This is the one we were looking at. There's like, why don't we link to it? So we're not taking advantage of the 57 that we have.
So
Internal link.
that's something we can look at and pretty much, correct. But like looking at backlinks, we have a lot of our members that are part of our insurance program. They purchase insurance and then we give them their certificate of insurance. They get a, email, blah, blah, blah. One concept would be then, okay, your event is hosted, your event is JVA insured. Here's your logo you can put on your event page that link, and attach this URL or like, what's the best way?
Oh, yeah. So let me tell you something that worked years ago, but still kind of works now, not as well. So because all these members, when they host their event, they got to get the insurance. Yes, they can show the little logo icon, like, the little trust seal. But if you tell them, this is kind of what's called like light gray hat. In the world of SEO, there's like black hat, which is like doing things that are bad and are trying to trick Google. And if they catch you doing that, they could bust you and there's penalties for that, right? And then there's things, you understand there's things that are kind of like gray hat, which are like, it's like jaywalking. It's like, it's not exactly right, but you're not going to get arrested for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then there's things that are like very, very lightweight, like driving 2 miles per hour above the speed limit. Like technically that's wrong, but it's like, okay, it's fine, right? Cops are not going to get you. That's how we think about Google with SEO. So here, if you said to members, hey, when you're hosting the event, on your event page where people register, you can put a little link here saying, and we also got insurance here, come check it out. And then there's a page. Imagine you put up a page slash, what, so it's like explaining it from the stand, because we want clubs to link. The whole point is we're trying to get clubs to link to us because we're trying to get the juice from their sites, right? So if we can say, I can even have ChatGPT write the thing. Why am I even trying to do the work when I can just cheat? I want club directors to link to us when they link to us from their tournament page, link to us, yeah, because I want the SEO juice. Now they can place an icon showing they have insurance, us, like a trust seal. You know, like all the other, when you go buy something online, it says like trusted by, is featured in, good housekeeping, you know, seal of approval, right? Just to like ensure the trust, like we're doing things legit. But I want them to link to a page so that members can see how reputable they are for and having insurance. I'm not trying to scare them, of course. Could you please write the copy for this page, which is such so that these club directors find it a value add to link to, and write the email copy we send to directors each time they have an event, or each time, or when they have just signed up for a JVA membership. Which is it the insurance per event, or is it just covers everything?
They purchase per event that
Okay,
they,
so then we know about it. So each time they have an event.
yeah, they apply for insurance for that event. Some apply like for a league, and there's a different way that we grant insurance for like multiple dates that are in one league, but otherwise it's separate dates.
Okay, so I'm asking it to do two things, like create the copy for the web page and then the email to promote the web page. Okay. All right. Now it's like we're getting warmer and warmer. Initially, we were like trying to get more people to rank on how to serve volleyball. Now this is better.
Yeah, no, this is yeah, in the right direction here.
Okay. I give this a C plus. I didn't give it enough context. All the other people in the world of AI or whatever call it prompting. They make it sound like it's a programming language. We have to say abracadabra to the machine, but it's not. It's literally like thinking about like being able to manage person, you know, like talking to a colleague, right? But Bree, do you think you could take this and improve it and basically talk to the AI and say, okay, that's good, but you know, I need you to make it better in this way.
Yeah, I think so. What's going on here? My cat is really meowing really loud. Sorry.
Oh.
I tried to mute myself. It's the worst timing.
I know we're at the top of the hour too. I have a few more minutes.
Yeah. What do I need to copy and paste any of this? What did it just share? Is this
Well, I'll copy it here.
okay?
I'll just paste it in. I don't know if this will work in the chat. It might come out. Oh, it's too long. Okay.
I have a Google Doc I started with notes I can share. So, okay, so Katie and I
You
are
have
just
links with Rank Mag. Oh, don't, Will, you're so fast. You already sent the email just now. Look at you.
he is fast.
Okay. So just for fun, I'll just reply to that one. Here it is.
Okay, cool.
I don't even think that's very good. So I think we could do better.
Okay.
Right? Because you could see JV volleyball insurance verification. I like that. Put verification as a way to. Okay. Okay. Wait. So the page is one that a club director would link to, showing details of their insurance. It's not to sell them on it. And I'm polite, like my bad. I forgot to clarify it. So we want to how should we say this, Bree? We want to make the club director look good.
Yeah.
So they will link to this page from their tournament page. The value to us, JVA volleyball, is the SEO link power.
And power is juice, right?
Yes. We're using them synonymously. Okay. All right. So I was like, yeah, good, but just try, and it's totally okay every time usually the first one it does is not, you have to go back like 2 or 3 times. Okay. Club tournament name. Okay, no, I don't want to stop that. Stop. No. We want. Oh, do you have a directory of tournaments, right? When they listed or no?
Well, we have a list of who's applied for insurance, but our directory of tournaments is not just JV insured. It's any member hosting their own events. can promote their tournaments on our page. So it could
But
be
then
AAU,
if it's
it
on
could
that
be-
page, then there's some kind of icon that shows whether they have insurance or not.
Yeah, they choose like the affiliation. So they would say USAB, AAU, JVA, other,
Okay.
Could it
and
be
other
filtered?
means self-insured. What's that, Katie?
Could it be filtered down to JVA insured? So that
Yes.
it's back to a
Yes.
filtered view of it.
Yep. So if I go to multi-date events, let's see, event type affiliation, drop down JVA, search,
Tournaments.
and then it pulls all the JVA. There's a lot.
Yeah.
Dennis, is this going to be an email sent to the directors, or is it going to be, are we trying to write something for
I mentioned in the prompt two things. I said, please create the copy for the web page. That's the one we want people to link to. And then separately, there's an email. So whenever they buy the insurance for an event, it encourages them to link to the web page. So I told it to create two assets.
Okay. Because I think it's trying to make,
Yeah, it's blending them both together. So I could, you know what, I should probably just first nail the web page copy and then say, okay, now let's write the email promoting it. It was a little, yeah, when you try to have it do two things, sometimes it'll get a little confused. Yeah. Okay. Now
So
it's
there's
this whole
15
thing.
events
Yeah.
in one list here, and there's 102 pages. There's a lot of JV insured events.
Yeah.
For just the multi-day, that's not even one day. So like we could essentially email, do you think we start with that? We just email all JV insured events and send them like a note saying, I mean, we want to ask nicely for them to do it. It's not mandated. And that's where we
Right.
would ask.
Yeah. And so then the AI has done an okay job, but it needs to say more about like our club has invested in insurance. It's part of all the other things that the club is doing to make sure it's a great event. And so we got the best insurance, and here's what the insurance includes, up to this amount of, whatever protection in each of these things. Right.
Mhm.
So the AI doesn't know that, so we have to put it in. So we would just basically continue talking to the AI until we get the thing we want.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just want to do an exercise with you just so you could see how to use the AI to the point where you do a few of these and get comfortable with it. Start with the money pages, which is basically what you were saying.
Mhm.
No, content's good. Yeah. If we start with the money pages like this, because this is the closest thing to sign up,
Yeah.
then we create the biggest impact. But we need to track it too, because otherwise, how do we know, right? So I
And you
think
mentioned setting up the conversion portion of our analytics. Is that
Daniel will help you
clear?
with that.
Okay?
So you work on improving the content in the way we talked about,
Okay.
and Daniel will help you set up the analytics without you needing to go to the developers because you have WordPress, so you can do all these things.
Yeah.
Google Analytics allows you to choose certain pages to be conversion pages, so it won't even be difficult.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you could run some kind of report, which Daniel will set up. Maybe we could have it run every month or every week, and it'll say how many new signups we got, or how many people bought insurance, or how many, whatever business goal, Bree, you want to be measured on.
Mm-hmm.
How many of those we got every week, let's just say,
Mm-hmm.
from the content that you've created. And then if I were you, and not like, you're greedy or want to make more money or have a raise or anything like that, I would set this up just to be able to show the impact of your content. And so other people can say, because of Bree and her content, we drove an extra this many signups year to date and in the last week. And because, you have it from referrals or from other ways that people come in or whatnot.
Right.
But if they came in through your content, you should be able to take some credit for that.
Sure.
So if anything, selfishly, from your own career kind of standpoint, I think it's a really good thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be all over this.
Nah, I like how competitive you are.
I want to win though, right? Maybe it's because
Yeah.
the world of SEO. It's like a race, like a competition. It's like a volleyball tournament. I want to win the thing, right?
Right.
So in the case of content, every time I know it's like obvious, but people don't realize this. When we run these SEO reports and we're anything less than number one, someone's beating us. So I don't need to win on association management software or general sports. How do you run a tournament? But anything related to volleyball, I need to win, especially for coaches and financial planning and collecting member dues and managing players and all the things around that to serve that club director who's managing all these things like a micro business, basically. I want to make sure that whenever they think about, starting a club or running an event or taking care of unhappy moms who complain about, their kid doesn't get enough playing time. Like, I just want to make sure whenever they think about anything related to running a club, they think about me.
Mhm.
And I have the content for them. And then I want to be able to prove that not only am I ranking number one on all the most important things, but I'm actually showing that I'm getting membership dues because of the content I put out there, which is education's great, but I'm just the kind of guy where I need to, like you said, I need to win. I need to show that there's, I'm not just producing 2 articles a week or whatever the thing is.
Right, right.
And if anything, it'll cause you to focus less on producing X pieces of content per week and more on, wait a minute, there's this one thing that we wrote 6 months ago on here's like 5 things to do to prepare to make sure your tournament doesn't become a disaster, right? I'm making that up as like an example of a content idea. And that thing 6 months ago has done so well. I'm going to allocate more of my effort to improving existing content than just trying to pump out more content.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a higher, you see what I'm saying? Like I'm going to balance my trying to get more out of what's already working. Yeah, that's a performance winning point of view versus like, I've got to like newsletter, crank out something every week kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you do both, but you're going to start shifting more towards enhancing existing stuff. Because if the goal is driving memberships, then, we call this, if you're a musician, you focus more on your greatest hits than trying to like make a new song every day. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Was that helpful?
Yeah, it
SEO
was.
And
It was. So mentioned Daniel, schedule that, and then just go from there.
yeah, because once we have the analytics, that will tell us, well, you already know what the money pages are, where it creates value for the organization, even though you're a nonprofit, but there's still a conversion event, right? There's still when people are registering. So you already know what those pages are, so we can enhance any keywords, any content you have that relates to those topics. Even without conversion tracking, you already know what those are. So let's just use the AI to enhance those. So you can do, so while this thing's happening with Daniel, you can still do the stuff we're talking about, right? Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
That actionable and feels good. And we'll do a follow-up to see how we're doing once the tracking's in place. And you've done a few of these articles, so we'll review how the enhancements are to existing pages or new content you put out, including the links using like Link Whisper.
Yes.
All that for you. I know it's a lot of things we're putting on your plate. You can ask for more money, maybe.
Really good. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, guys.